I haere mai ahau, kia whiwhi ai rātou ki te ora, e nā tōna nui no atu.
I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. John chapter 10, verse 10.
In October, in 42 regions across the country, people will have the chance to vote on whether or not to keep Māori wards in their local or regional councils.
As the body of Christ, God invites us to constantly explore and discern how we can build communities where everyone can belong, where our neighbours can thrive, and where we can celebrate and benefit from the diversity of how God has made us in the unique context of these lands.
Voting in Māori ward referendums is a chance to reflect deeply on God's heart for us all to belong, to honour the promise of the Treaty of Waitangi, and to love our neighbours.
So, what are the benefits of a Māori ward?
Having different wards is one way that councils can reflect the diversity in the communities that elect them. Just like rural or urban wards are set up to ensure the unique needs and interests of those communities are represented, Māori wards give representation to the unique voice of Māori communities.
Unlike other wards, the government is only requiring referendums for Māori wards.
In every community, responsible leaders care for the long term, taking an intergenerational lens to decision making. Māori communities have stewarded and cared for these lands long before local councils were introduced, and it is our culture to make mokopuna decisions, thinking and planning for the generations ahead.
We believe that God created the rich diversity of human beings and that we all reflect different aspects of God's image. We'll all miss out if a group of the community is not heard.
But historically, Māori have been underrepresented in local government.
In 2019, people of Māori descent were only 5.7% of those elected to local or regional councils, despite making up 17% of the total population. In some regions, representation is lower. For example, in Ngā Motu, where I live, New Plymouth, and in this district, 20% of the district's population are Māori, but only 3 people of Māori descent have ever been elected to council.
Māori wards were established to at least let the Māori voice be heard.
At the last local elections, 32 councils created Māori wards, and these have significantly increased the representation of Māori in local government.
It's also about seeking to honour the treaty, Te Tiriti o Waitangi.
Just as Christians played a foundational part in fostering the treaty relationship in 1840, we have a key role today to ensure that the promises of the treaty are being honoured. Article 2 of the treaty guaranteed Maori the right to make decisions about their lands and other taonga. Local councils are now places where many of these decisions are being made.
Having a dedicated Māori voice around the table in these decisions is a small but important step forward for fulfilling the vision of the treaty.
By contrast, reducing Māori voices on councils would sideline the historic wrongs done to iwi and hapu through colonisation and further embed injustices about where power and resources sit in this land.
I want to vote for the retention of the Māori wards because I want us to keep moving forward as a country in our relationship and our foundation on the Treaty of Te Waitangi.
Māori are the gateway to belonging, not a speed bump. This is why I'm voting for Māori wards. I want their voice protected because I need their worldview, heart and connection to the land, and guidance for what it means to be here.
Jesus didn't exclude people. That's why I will be voting to keep the Māori wards.
I'm voting for Māori wards because they are a vital mechanism for ensuring fair representation of Māori voices in local government.
It's a part of our Christian heritage that to honour our Creator, to honour God, is to honour the decisions that our ancestors made before God. And so this October, what we are asking for yet again is that our people will be at the table that makes decisions for the landscape, for the waterways, for the peoples of our communities. That is what Te Tiriti o Waitangi is about.
We invite you to prayerfully consider how you and your family will vote in your upcoming referendum on whether to keep a Māori ward this October.
Nō reira, kia tautonu te rangi Māori o te ariki kia koutou.
May God's peace go with you.